Hi, good day. I'm going to demonstrate to you how the hair shampoo is done. I've already sent you the handbook and the measurements are in the handbook. This is the base. I took a little of base, but in the handbook we have 1 kilo of base and the equivalent salt. The base I'm using here is sodium lauryl ethyl sulfate. Sodium lauryl ethyl sulfate. We have sodium chloride, and that's the salt. So it's only the base that can dissolve the salt. So as I said, this is our sodium chloride. We're going to use it to dissolve the base. It's a chemical reaction. It's only sodium chloride which can dissolve it. We have our thickener here, as the name suggests, is to thicken the soap. Our booster is a foam booster. It makes it lather well. This is vitamin E. We know the uses of vitamin E is good for the hair growth, hair follicles to be stronger. This one also is a glycerin. It's a moisturizer. We will have our perfume here. We have a preservative. All this I'm talking about without preservative, it means that you are just producing a little batch. You use within a month or less than that, it should finish. But if you have to go commercial, then you need a preservative. And we are using sodium benzoate. Sodium benzoate comes in powder form, so we'll be dissolving it. First of all, before you start production, you fetch from the volume of water you are using for your production to dissolve the preservative so that you don't forget it. You put it aside. I didn't mention any volume because I'm fetching from the volume of water I'm going to use for the production. The measurement is in the handbook. So you stir and leave your preservative so that by the time you get to where you have to add preservative, it will be well dissolved. Now I'm going to add the sodium chloride, that's the salt, to my mixture, to my base, sorry. I stir. You add a little water, continue the stirring so that the base will be well dissolved in the salt. At this point, when the base is mixed with the salt and water, you can then add your thickener, your booster. I always advise that at this point everything should go into, so that to be left with your color, your perfume, and then the water. I said my thickener goes in here. Thickener first because the foam, it's foam. So if it goes in first, it means that when you are going to stir, it will lather more. So you add your thickener first. You can add your booster. I mentioned that you can put in everything. Your vitamin E, your glycerin. This is not the right procedure. It should be done step by step. But this is also for you to check the thickness. When everything goes in and it's just left with your salt and your water, your color, and then the perfume. When the product gets very thicker, look at what I'm getting here. Yes, when the product gets very thicker, then you can be putting in your perfume. Then the last thing should be your color. So you stir. Once everything has gone in, by this time the preservative is well dissolved. So you put in your preservative. The reason why we dissolve the preservative is that if it's just added straight, by the time you finish with your soap, you see the particles in there as white. So dissolve it aside before adding to your shampoo. While stirring continues, you can just be adding your water in bits. continue stirring. At a point, you see that the shampoo has become very, very thick. That's where you add your perfume. So continue adding water and do your stirring. See that even though not much water has gone in here, but it has started to thicken up. Yes, because of my thickener. So when you add water, you stir. When you add water, you get to a point that the shampoo is very thick. That's when you add the perfume. The reason that why we add the perfume at that point is whenever you wait and get the required thickness you are looking for, before you add the perfume, it will become watery. So please take note, always add the perfume when your soap is very thick. You can see this. This is very thick. At this point, I know that when my perfume is added, it wouldn't be so watery. So you can see it from the video that is very thick. So I'm going to add my perfume. I'm going to measure my perfume. Please, as I said, this is just a demonstration. The measurement I'm using is from the book, the handbook I sent you. This is just a demonstration for you to see. Ideally, a kilo of base should match with 750 grams of salt, then 60 ml of thickener, 60 ml of booster, 40 of vitamin E, 40 of glycerin. Anything you add, the measurement is there. This one, I'm just doing a demonstration for you to know the process. That's why I didn't really mention how much I was pouring inside the product. Please take note. So when you pour your base, your perfume in there, as at now, everything has gone in. We are just left with our color, and then that's where we end it. So please, looking at the thickness I have now, I feel it's too thick. So I'll continue adding my water before I add my color. When I see that the thickness is okay for me, and averagely, by the time I know the thickness is okay, by then you see that you've exhausted your 15 to 18 liters of water as well. Then you know you are done. Please note that when you start this production, at the early stage, you may think that your product is watery. Just compare with your water. You are looking for 15 liters of water. And then you fed 15 liters of water. You are looking for 15 liters of soap. So in case you have used about 5 liters of water and you feel your soap is watery, please continue adding the water. It will thicken up. And that's what I'm doing. Now, after getting your thickness I'm looking for, I just add my color. Sorry, this is a dissolved color. I just added water to the color, and then I put drop in the, I stir. You can use any color of your choice. So color is always as desired. I may like a light color, you may like a deep color. So it depends on which color you want your shampoo to be. And then which perfume. I always don't choose for purple. So let me come in with this. In case you are producing a shampoo for a specific treatment, let's say you found out that you want to produce, you know the importance of tea tree and you want to add it to your shampoo. Let's say the tea tree is to treat this on the hair. You add that to your shampoo. This is the basic. You add it to it and then you get your tea tree shampoo, your aloe shampoo, your neem shampoo, your your carrot shampoo. It all depends on which brand you are creating. There are a lot of shampoos on the market, but each of them has, some even add butter. Shea butter shampoo, you just dissolve, you heat the oil a little bit to get an oil, the shea butter a little bit to become an oil. Then you pour in your shampoo and it becomes your shea butter shampoo. This is what we got as our final product. Yes, I have a very nice hair shampoo. In fact, I'm going to use some for my little girl this afternoon. This is my hair shampoo. Very nice one. Thank you so much. You can send me the questions after watching the video, but before that, go into the book, read it carefully, and ask me any question at all. The measurements are in there. Please, I didn't use measurements for this. I just did a demonstration for you. Thank you.